This video will take you through an example of a simple IVR using the Callflows API. So it's meant to help explain this guide. So this should be up here. And a prerequisite before you start working on this guide is to set up your webhooks. So we have another guide that shows the webhook setup. So make sure that you set up the VCA and VSS webhooks before continuing on to this simple IVR. Now, assuming you have the webhook set up, what you can do here is in order to use the example code, you can go to this GitHub repo, and in this GitHub repo there's going to be the code for the sample backend. You want to run the simple IVR, and I'll show how that's done here. So on the left side of my screen I have my Python code, and I'm going to be running the simple IVR code here, and I'm also exposing this to the internet via ngrok so that my webhooks, which are already set up, have somewhere to send to. And just to explain what will happen in this code, so I have a webhook endpoint set up here, and I'm sending my VCA webhooks here. And then what this code will do is it will look for a VCA webhook, and then if the webhook comes in and the user input is 1, then there's a field that it will be checking for, and then it will return a hang-up action. You can see the hang-up action here. This is the call flow for the hang-up action. And then similarly, if the user presses 2, this corresponds to connect call in the example IVR, so we're going to connect the call. You'll notice actually in the source and destination it's from a config, so there's a config file here, and you want to make sure to modify the source number with a virtual number from your 8x8 sub account, and then the destination should be another phone number that you want to connect the call to. And finally, if there's any other input besides 1 or 2, we want to return the same menu again. And so we're sending this call flow, which has this text in it. You can see here it's just another sane capture. So that takes you through how the simple IVR backend works, and I'll show you an example of how the actual processing will work here. So you want to kick off the example by sending an API request to the Callflows API. In this case, I'm going to be sending this Callflows to make a call to myself. So I'll just kick this off. And then my phone just got a call.
Sorry, we did not understand your response. If you have resolved your issue already, press 1. Or press 2 to speak to an agent.
So I'm going to press 1 here to acknowledge the message, and then what you can notice here on the left side of the screen is I get a VCA webhook, and this VCA webhook shows the DTMF. So you can use this to record whether a user has acknowledged a message. And then also when the call ends, you'll get a VSS webhook at the end as well. So that takes you through the DTMF input of 1, and then I'm going to make another call and try DTMF input of 2.
Sorry, we did not understand your response. If you have resolved your issue already, press 1. Or press 2 to speak to an agent.
So I'm going to press 2. That should connect to another number. So the call is being made right now. I'm getting a call on my other phone, and when I accept, I can speak between. I'm going to end the call here just because of the echo. So what happened there is my other phone got a call, and then when I answered it, I could speak between these two phones. So that's simulating being redirected to an agent. And we can see the webhooks coming in here as well. So these came in during the call. Here's a voice action voice call VCA webhook that shows the DTMF tone. And then also when the call ends, you'll see that in the VSS webhook, there are two calls made, one for the original call and then also the connecting call. And finally, I'm going to test the final item of the menu, which is just to repeat the original menu. So I'm going to make a call again to myself, and I'm going to press something besides 1 or 2. I'm getting the call now.
Sorry, we did not understand your response. If you have resolved your issue already, press 1. Or press 2 to speak to an agent.
So I'm going to press 3, and then I should see the same menu.
Sorry, we did not understand your response. If you have resolved your issue already, press 1. Or press 2 to speak to an agent.
So you can see the DTMF input of 3. I can hit it
Sorry,
again,
we did not understand
and then
your
repeat the
response.
same menu.
If you have resolved your issue already, press 1.
And so you can see you can repeat the same menu as well. And once I end the call, I get the VSS webhook. Hopefully that takes you through how to set up the example Simple IVR and then how the flow works. And when you're following along to this guide, it'll illustrate how that could help you build a Simple IVR. Once you're ready with the Simple IVR, you can also check out our Advanced IVR guide, which goes into how to build a multi-level IVR as well.